If you want to become a mobile machine learning expert, then subscribe to this channel and check out our mobile machine learning courses available on Udemy. The discounted coupons are given in the description. Welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we will start learning about the basic syntax of Python programming language. So as inside this course, we are going to train machine learning models, and then we are going to use these models inside our mobile applications. So for training these models, we are going to use the Python language. And inside these few lectures, we are going to cover some very basic things which you need to know so that you can easily understand the process of model training. So here, in order to learn about Python, you need to open the course resources, and there you need to go inside this Python folder, and there you will find this notebook file and this Python file. So you need to open this notebook file inside Google Colab, and you can also check this lecture resources and you will find these files. So here on Google Colab, you need to click on this file button and then this upload notebook. And then here you can simply drag the file or select it. So I will simply drag it and put it here. So there you can see our notebook file is opened. And there you can firstly see the introduction of this language. So Python is interpreted programming language which is being used by developers worldwide to develop various things like websites, machine learning algorithms, and also simplifying and automating day-to-day tasks. Basically, Python is a language that can be used for developing anything and everything you want. So it is very powerful programming language, and it is good to have some basic knowledge of this language. So we are going to start by looking at the variables and data types in Python. So Python variables do not need any explicit declaration to reserve memory space. So it means that in Python, while declaring variables, we don't need to specify the data type of the variable. But based upon the value which we are storing inside the variable, the memory is allocated to this variable. So for example, if we are creating this v1 is equal to 5, so as it is an integer value, so in Python this v1 will be assigned the data type integer. So you don't need to explicitly specify the data type here, but the data type will be assigned to the variables based upon the value stored inside them. And here, in order to test this, you can simply run this cell and you will be able to see integer here. So there you can see it is already showing this output, but when this cell is executed again, you will see the integer here again. So there you can see that. So now inside this notebook, there are outputs printed for all the code cells. But in order to learn effectively, you can hide these outputs by clicking on this edit and then selecting this clear all outputs, and it will gonna remove all outputs, and now we will see the outputs as we are going to run the cells. So let's run this cell again and you will see integer here. So there you can see that. Similarly, if we create this v2 variable and set the value 5.0, and now we print the type of this variable using this type function, you will see the type will be float, because now we stored the float value inside this variable. So there you can see that. And now let's create this v3 variable and store the string inside it. And now when we print the value, you will see the output equal to string. So there you can see that. So that is one basic thing about Python variable, that we don't need to manually specify the data type here. And now let's look at Python data types. So Python has 5 standard data types, and these are numbers, string, list, tuple, and dictionary. And we will start with Python numbers.